Okay, here's the back of the firewall. This is 888 Victor Romeo, an RB8A built in 1999, brand new engine with about 670 hours on it, and a brand new Hartzell controllable pitch prop. It's an 0360 engine, and just is a new battery, about a year and a half old. See, the interior here is pretty clean. Let's go slow here. New wiring harness. When I had the mags, 500-hour inspection on the mags done, points and cams replaced and lubed. Engine's in nice shape, nice and clean. Pressures are very high. This is the service bulletin replacement strut that Van put out with a new wheel assembly. I'm going to take the nose gear off on the next photography. In fact, this one's kind of scraped up. You can see somebody, I guess it was me, scraped the side of this. And I actually have a whole new front wheel pant for this airplane. Here's a shot of the alternator, and it's got a SkyTech starter, lightweight SkyTech starter. That was put in about, I think, 200 hours ago, and that's a new ring gear put in when I bought it about a year and a half ago. I think this is a Vetterman exhaust, but it's a brand new engine with it's a good exhaust system. The oil cooler has something that's interesting on it. Let me get the other side of this engine first. Top of the engine. It has an oil cooler door on it that's controllable from inside the cockpit, so I leave it open in the summer, but if the oil gets too cool, you can close this door from inside the cockpit and keep the oil warm. I guess this is standard heater box for, I guess, a Vetterman's. And here's the door from interior to redirect the cabin heat. Here's the carb heat assembly right there. And emergency air door in case in the very unlikely event that the intake gets clogged. You can pull a cable from inside the cockpit and have an alternative air source from the bottom. There's a shot from the bottom. I put fine wire plugs in the bottom here. I only run TCP in this aircraft. When I refuel, I always put TCP lead scavenger to reduce carbon deposits in the cylinders. And I run fine wire on the bottom cylinders because it's a kind of a pain to get the cowls off. And on this particular side, the cowling is pretty tight. I mean, you can get the spark plugs out without taking the bottom cowling off, but it's still difficult. So I decided to put fine wire on this side. But every 50 hours or so, I lean on the ground aggressively when it's below 1200 RPM, and then I can explain to that whoever buys this. I can explain starting and stopping procedures. Let's get in here. The routing on this is pretty amazing. The guy was very meticulous. He had special screws for all the routing of cables. It has very convenient doors for getting sockets in and such to get spark plugs out. Did a really nice job on this build. See here, another door, you can see that it's tied here. Burns very little oil, like a quart every 6 to 8 hours. It's conventional, very high compressions on all the cylinders. Okay, I'm going to open up the wings and do that next.